Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Bashem Rachak Wadash. My name is Yakabo from Plaintables Camp. Putin, the Russians, they already knew about the icons. It's not a surprise. Putin's a old man. He already knew about the icons. I don't think there's anything he discovered. Now, the point is, that's not even the point. The point is that people don't believe what they're seeing. Our apostles and elders have been telling us this for years, 14, 15 plus years now, about the church fathers being so-called black people. Right? Specifically, those were Israelites scattered in those nations. Israelites, because we are the true Israelites. All right? So-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. And this is a book I bought, years ago when the apostles were, from Great Millstone were talking about the icons, and they would show their books that they had. And this is one of the books I bought probably, I think, about 2009, 2010. Those early years, my beginnings. I don't think I bought it in 2007, but I may have. But that's when 2007, 2009. That's when I pretty much bought a lot of books. Now, this one is I paid $150 for this. This is back then, and this was the most expensive book I ever bought. I think still to this date it is. Morshank collection, because the Edomites, like these rich Caucasian people, they already know. It's not news. It's not like it's these dumb Americans that don't know. People in Europe already know. It's like you Americans, you don't know. You don't know about the church fathers being melanated people, all right? And the people of the land drew the people of the Bible. All right, Peter, it's either Gabriel or Michael, and you got Mary, right there. All right, power icons. All right, the Morshank collection. So we're gonna go over to these are Morshank brothers, Hugo and Simon. All right, so they already know. So you talk about some of the church fathers or so-called black people, you tell them that. Do you believe that they already know? They family been holding. I didn't read this. You can read it on your own. Their family already had this, or wherever they inherited it from. They already knew that the church fathers were originally so-called black people. All right, the church was started by so-called black people, and through different various diseases, black deaths and etc. And our punishment was for us to go into slavery. All right, this is how they took over. All right. So this is before the Renaissance. All right. The Renaissance was all about the replacement of the children of Israel, because when you see the religious texts or religious painting, these are religious paintings. These are not just regular paintings that people just drawn. These are paintings used to describe the Israelites, the followers of Yahushai, the stories of the events of the gospel, the book of Acts, Daniel, prophecies. So they drew those people, and he drew them how they looked. And this is how Peter looked. All right, you can see him in the garments down to the foot, the women with their hair covered, and they're all melanated. All right, you have different, various shades of brown, and if they had, may have had a Japhite or Edomite mother that may have been more fairer skinned. All right. Now, originally, the only fair skinned people were really the Edomites. Today, they call themselves white, which that's an invention that was created in 1681, I believe. Mid to late 1600s. right, some more icons. So here's how the drawings were originally supposed to look. So when Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, all the painters of the Renaissance, when they painted the people, the children of Israel, or the angels, or God as they call them, they should have painted them in the fashion, first of all, with clothes on, firstly. And then they should have painted them exactly how the original paintings look. These are the original paintings. So they were lying. The Renaissance was about lying, covering up the images, and so-called white man, whose biblical nationality, the actual nationality, is that of the seed of Esau, all right, which will be the Edomites, all right. They were coming back into power, and they were going to first, eliminate the original people that were ruling, the church fathers. Constantine, this is Constantine right here, Constantine the Great, and this is Saint Nicholas, or Santa Claus. All right. I think I got some earlier. No, I want to get his parents. Yeah, that's him rescuing. This is him returning a young boy that was kidnapped by Arabs to their parents. Saint Nicholas here in the photo on the right. Saint Nicholas. And there's another Israelite. These are not just melanated people. These are Israelites. All right. The church was started by Israelites. Hence Peter. We're going to go to the scripture of what Peter looked like in Acts the 13th chapter. All right, so here we go. We got the more complete. All right. So you go to the top left on the right side. The top left. This is St. Nicholas as a child in the white, and St. Nicholas's parents. You can see the woman with the head covered and his father. And this is the uncle that's sitting on the right. All right. So you can see they're all melanated. All right. And Constantine the Great, right here, he's in one in the middle. And St. Nicholas, I believe Constantine was dreaming. All right. So you can clearly see they're all melanated. All right. So when Putin brought the icons out from the chest, I didn't see the video. I'm hearing about it. He already knew about the icons already. That wasn't news. Maybe he may have not have seen those particular ones, but seeing melanated icons is nothing. Putin's an old man. All right. He ain't just wake up yesterday. He has he's well-rounded, from what I hear, ex-KGB officer. I don't know what his rank was, so he's privy to information, and they already have him up in their churches anyway, all right, depending on what church you go to over there in, Eastern Europe and Russia. So they already know. It's just you Americans are just behind, and you only listen when a popular person says something, And it says right here in the legend, 1 in 8. Is this the highest it can go? I'm going to 4K. Let's get it to 4K. All right, there we go. That's better. So you can read that on your own. All right, it gives you the identified from 1 to 8. Don't count the one in the middle. That's St. Nicholas. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you got 9 in the middle. So St. Nicholas is directly in the middle, and just pause it and screenshot it, and keep it for your records. All right. Again, brothers, you already know. This ain't news to you. Let's move forward. I'll put the resolution up. I made some clearer pictures. All right, so the original people, how they should be painted today, the Lord should be painted like a so-called black man. That's how the Lord should be painted. If you're going to reenact or make a rendition of how Yahushua look, that's the Lord's real name, Yahushua, not Christ. You got to paint him how St. Nicholas looked, how Peter and the angels look. Let's see if I All right, this is the real Russians. You got Prince Vladimir. You can say Vlad for short, and his sons Boris and Gleb. I forget which one is Boris and which one is Gleb. All right, well you can see it right here, the feast of Vladimir, or you can say Vlad. You got Prince Gleb. Well, it says feast of Vladimir. I don't know if he might have been a king. I think he might have been a king, but the prince. Yeah, those are the sons. You had to look up his what year? Probably like 9 something, 8 something. I'm seeing Byzantine here too. It's in the book. All right. So the point is, they don't look like so-called. They don't look like Putin. All right. They came later, the rulers of Russia after the czars. All right. The original czars, because eventually the czars got more fairer skinned and they may have gotten totally replaced. But the original czars, before photographs I'm talking about, they were so-called black men. All right. Let's see. That's wait you're weeping for her children. That's when Herod slaughtered the firstborn of the males. All right. You can see the women. She got her hair twisted up like that. All right. It's not the white woman. All right. These are the Israelite women. All right. And these are the small people here. These are what represent babies. All right. And these are the Romans. The guys with the swords and the stakes, or spikes, whatever you call them. And even a priest they killed with the long beard and the long robes on. All right. So let's move along. Well, then you got the Zondervan's pictorial. Bible dictionary. It tells you that the dark races, Ham was the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. All right, so the Negroes are us. So we didn't come out of Ham. That's what Zondervan's saying. All right, we did not come out of Ham. We were Shemites. We're true Shemites. And of course, they're going to ignore this information, act like we're just making it up or we're misinterpreting something. How the hell you misinterpret this? Let's go back. How the hell we misinterpret not the Negroes? Right there, you see it? Ham. So they say, "Oh, you're African." So according to Zondervan, he's Jewish, by the way, or so-called Jew. He said that we're not of the seed of Ham. So that means we're either from the seed of Japhet or we're from the seed of Shem. We're Shem. We're Shemites, because the Shemites are dark-skinned people, various shades of brown. All right. I forget what this one is. Let's see. As you can see, they're brown. They're brown people. All right, and these are religious. All right, because you see the women with their hair covered up, and you can see garments down to the foot. All right. So these are the people of the Bible. All right. Let's go. I don't know if I show anymore. Not more. Close up with a previous one. Yeah. Here we go. Angels. Maybe prophets. All right. And a woman that may be Mary. All right. They don't look like so-called Caucasians to me. All right. They're brown, dark skin, light brown skinned people. These are the Israelites. All right. If anything you can say, they're not so-called white people, as they're depicted today. Power of icons. Yeah, because they tell you the truth. Russian and Greek icons, 15th, 19th century. All right. Constantine, and Saint Nicholas. You can see Byzantine there, Nicholas. All right. So let's got another video here. Icons and the destruction of Babylon. All right, let's look up what I have here. Then I'll bring the scriptures up. Also, I'll bring St. Nicholas out again. So you can see that. 1440, page 60 frames. All right. Let's go. What else? So we got here. All right, Saint Nicholas stopping. So innocent man from being executed. You can see how they're all brown-skinned people. All right. So when Putin brought, they're saying, do you believe this is true? What you mean, do you believe this is true? You look it up yourself. Put black icons and Russian icons, and the stuff will come up on Google. You don't got to believe it. Just look at you got the evidence in your face. I think this is David, I'm not sure. You can look up this video. Icons and the destruction of Babylon. Let's see if it comes up. See if Google is favorable to a channel. Yep, it's searchable. And it's on the main channel. But my channel didn't go up. But the main channel came up. Alright. Either way, well, it's there. Oh, I spelled destruction wrong. Alright, I'll fix that. Yeah, okay, I did. Alright, let's move along. If you can see that. I believe that's Adam and Eve, if I'm not mistaken. This is before the Renaissance. I forget who this is. Might be David, King David. Someone's rendition of King David. Or that might be David. I'm not sure. They both may be. Because different artists, they do them differently, depending on the style and the art, the techniques of the actual artist. All right. More so pay attention to, certain of the features and the skin tone, how different they are from Renaissance art. Because these are how the true images are supposed to look. More so in this fashion. And you can clearly see that's a fro. What we call a fro. All right. All right, it's a lot of stuff here. Well, you're getting kind of Cesare Borgia-ish looking. All right, but you can see the original. All right, that's the point, and you can see the metamorphosis. Right. Hope you can see that. All right, so I'm gonna leave you two scriptures. Well, one scripture, just in two different versions. Acts 13:1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene and Manasseh, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul. All right, look up Niger, G3526. Niger, of Latin origin. Black, really it's dark brown skin. No one's actually black. And you pronounce it Niger. You all right? You don't pronounce it Niger, okay? You pronounce it Niger. Or you can loosen it up and say nigger. All right. So you go to NLT. Among the prophets and teachers of the church at Antioch of Syria were Barnabas, Simeon, called the black man, and gives you here Greek, who is called Niger. Lucius from Crane and Manasseh-made, the childhood companion of King Herod Antipas, and Saul. All right. So it's clear that the originals are brown-skinned people. All right. You go to Revelation, it even tells you that he had woolly hair. All right. Already, the point's been proven. 1 and 14. And his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like in a fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. All right. So he had woolly hair. All right. And his feet were like brass. That goes back to Daniel 10:5 and 6. All right. And as they burned in a furnace. And this is the Lord in the Spirit. So he had a glow to him. All right. This wasn't a appearance of just a regular human, so-called human person. This is the Lord in his glory. All right. And he had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp two-edged sword, which is the word. All right. And his countenance was as the sun shineth in his strength. All right. So he was in his full power. And that's how the Lord going to come back. He's going to come back in that power, with that power, shining like the sun. All right. So let me put in Jesus Christ. See what comes up. Oh, Simeon. Says the teacher, the original name of Peter the Apostle. The name of 5 Israelites. All right. So the real Israelites are so-called black people. All right. Then you have the other tribes. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Issachar, the Gad, Reuben, Naphtali. All right. Let's put in Jesus, Christ. See if it match up. Nope. It don't match up. So where the hell did this come from? This came from originally Serapis Christus. Basically, this image comes from so-called white people conquering certain lands and then putting themselves up as God. And then through the centuries, it came into different iterations of their figurehead, who they put up when they conquered the land. When they conquered Egypt, they put their God up. All right. The first Caucasian, so-called white man that reigned over Egypt. All right. It was totally the first Sotor, or Alexander, I guess technically before him. Alexander, so-called Great. Now he looked fruity. That's Jesus Christ. So when you call on Jesus Christ, this is the images you invoke. All right. You don't invoke. You don't invoke images like this, the true images. Here we go. All right. Who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, look way closer, much closer to Saint Nicholas and Constantine the Great. Looks nothing like this. I'm gonna see these different haters, Vocab Malone, other so-called biblical scholars, or YouTube evangelists, social media evangelists, talk about why the original icons before the Renaissance look like this, and then the new icons look like this. You got to explain that, and then go into the and then break down the history. All right, we'll wait for the video. All right, you can tag me in whatever your social media, and then write a comment or something. Give me your findings, your research. All right, so I'll leave that there. So when you call on Christ Jesus, this is who you invoked. You invoke Satan. All right, you call on Yahweh Shai, you invoke good spirits. All right, more close to how they originally look. So I hope you edified. Shalom.